Morning all. I just love it when you can't find the round thing that goes over that debris, the giraffe there where my finger is pointing, the overdrive. I have the original, I can't find it, so I'm going to have to order one. That's another load of money, which is very frustrating. The good news is most of the floor pan, if not all of it's in. Some little holes here. I managed to find some 12mm bungs actually for the electrics, and they fit in these holes here and here, which go straight to the the fresh air underneath. So that's another little tiny little thing shoved in like these here. I don't know if you can see. So I'm quite happy with that. So I've bunged 4 holes up there. That's it in. Floor pan's in. Everything else is in. Nice and steady. It's very windy. I'm now in the process of trimming and cutting back these and putting some very hefty cable ties on. The small ones I was going to have to go in between here. A 4-inch, I need 6-inch, they're not quite strong enough. These black ones I haven't got enough. It's just to stop it rattling, but it don't rattle. For these mothers you can hang off these. So I've got the back to do. I'm just taking it off again, trimming another inch off to one side so it just sits behind. I don't know if you can see that, it sits behind there so it's nice and tidy, and then I've just got to fill the centre in if I can get away with the rain, of course. But keeping busy as always. So thank you for following, watching and the comments. I do appreciate them on Facebook and on my YouTube channel. Cheers, bye. Oh, right, it's basically been trimmed down, whatever. I put some cable ties, big heavy duty ones on the front, the backs and some of the sides. Now I'm just knitting together the join with some of these little ones in here. As you can see, just got to knit along there, knit along there. I've just got to cut and bend that piece in the corner, that'll do. I've just got to remember not to, as long as you put your feet and your main weight on the supports, you know you're not going to fall over. You can put stuff on there. That's all it's for, literally all it's for. And as you say, if you want to put some stuff up here, it'll go. Sorry about the wind. Oh, like that. Well, not that I can get out much with a car park like that. Never mind. Still, the old conker's on the tree. Look. Look at that. Cheers. Right. This is done then. And this is the big fat boy standing on it. So there you go. Everything walk on the lines. There's a bit of weight on there. You can see I've got the hooks on the ladders. There you go. This is the view from where I live. I did too much. I'm going to tip. There you go. Old Conker tree. Horse chestnut? I think so, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much done then. There you go. Sorted. Cheers. Right, you lucky people. My smiley face again, and it's Saturday. You know when you get the jobs that you really don't want to do, and it's windy as you can see here. This is the job, so what I want to do. You see, you collect all the rubbish and everything else, and then you turn around, because I'm going to turn you around of course. No, I haven't got a stick, but I have somewhere. And then you look, and you think, this is the shed. And you think to yourself, gotta be done, I can't find nothing. Everything's in the way. I've got old stuff, what do I do? Old seats, you name it. Bits and pieces off the stage one. Most of the stuff on the Tinker 109 is pretty much on there. Exhaust and everything else. And you think to yourself, well, it's going to have to be done in it. And then underneath there, load of cardboard and packaging from deliveries. That all these cuts that have been meant to come on Tuesday. I've got the old bulkhead which I've cut back now to the bits I want, when I've got to try and grind them out. I don't want to do that yet. Offcut from the bits and bobs, rubbish everywhere. And you feel it's like it's a nothing job, don't you? But I think that if you don't do it, you get swamped with it. And like me, I've got my mesh done. Don't look too bad. Then a few more of the plastic noodles, but apart from that, yeah, and I'm going to make a little space to put my ladder back up there, but that's that done. Got a little bit of to do inside. So as you say, I think basically walking backwards. Yeah, I've walked backwards at my age, yeah. I'm only 54. And yeah, I don't know about the flying on the broomstick though, Susan, but never mind. Anyway, I think it's time to have a bit of a flick around here and tidy up in it. Cheers. Clean the floor up a bit, just had my tea, sorting myself out basically. I'm just going to sit down and chill. Yeah, it's not brilliant, but I've got a few things shifted and sorted. I've got a few things to bring to leafers at the pit, see if I can get rid of, sell, donate to charity, whatever. That's about it. I won't do no more. Sitting down, chilling, whatever. Still got my cardboard boxes to cut up and get to the bin now. Still got a few bits under there. Still got the dog. Cheers. Well, good afternoon, Sunday. This is only literally a bit of a snippet because it's very windy. I've just took it for a little drive, only about 5-6 miles, check a few things, got to adjust the overdrive, just kick that round a little bit because it's catching on the box. It does lock in, lock out okay, but it just needs a little bit of a twist. Everything seems okay. I don't know if you notice my nice new seats. Take a bit of getting used to, because they don't sag like the other ones. So my big fat arse is sticking quite high, and of course because it's a bit higher, the sun visor also stops a bit of the light. I've got to do my indicator, it won't cancel for some unknown reason. Whether I put the thing on the wrong way around, you know, the little giraffe, I have no idea. But anyway, who cares? It's Sunday. These are a pain to fit actually. There's no lock nut, rib nut, whatever that I can see. I've filled, poked, prodded, can't find nothing. There's a piece of aluminium in there from these seats which I've drilled and then put these so-called large self-tappers in. Seats do exactly what they're supposed to do within reason, but not very often I should be getting the back of that apart from just looking at that and chucking the old first aid kit in there, wherever that is. So that's that. But yeah, it seems to go alright, not too bad. A little bit juddery, but of course you've took the prop shafts off, and whether you've marked them or not is irrelevant because you put a new gearbox on, so it doesn't line up everything correctly. Where before it might have had a certain balance, but this time it hasn't. I'll just check that. I've got to get underneath again in a few minutes when it's just a bit cooled down, and recheck, make sure everything's still okay. And that's about it. I'll put my stuff back in underneath here, but that's about it. So there you go. You might get a wash this afternoon or tomorrow when the sun's gone in, and that's it. Sorry I've not been sort of moving around a bit, but there's nothing to see really. So there you go, seats in, sorted, done. Thanks all, thanks for watching. It's been a hard couple of weeks. Cheers. Morning all, a little bit of a change for the day. Very overcast weather, but yes, you can see a roof upside down there. I am swapping and giving a friend who's got a lovely stage 1 my roof, and we're just doing the process of swapping it over. Couldn't film it of course, but there's the old roof off the stage 1, and we're just in the process now of bolting it back up and on. The reason being is that Lee's one has a crease on the one side and it leaks water, and I'm converting mine into a soft top, full canvas, so I thought it would be a nice use of it, and so today it's just a question of swapping roofs over, but I don't mind. As you say, late night from the Leaf Festival, 3 o'clock this morning, but there you go. So the rain's holding off, just got to bolt up and sort ourselves out. I won't go any closer. Make sure it's lined up. You're on video by the way. Make sure it's lined up, and so I'll just get me coffee and I'll start to do the bolt down on the inside. I won't go any closer than that, but that's close enough. But it's got a nice stage 1, and cheers all. Right, morning all. I think it's Tuesday morning. A few things to sort out. One thing I want to try and do is sort out the Snell heater. I'm only doing a few light jobs, but getting myself back into return to the stage 1. I have this from another project which I need to sort out. I might nip out and just get a tin of black paint, because Say's mixing all the paint up. I've got chassis and stuff or whatever. I'll see. That's cleaned up and painted. Anyway, this is the bit, and so what I basically was trying to do is, as you see, just replace some of this and the casing which I've got there. So swap a few bits over and see if I can get a decent snail heater sorted. Just a little job, it's a nice sunny day, don't want to do nothing major at the moment. Say going away Friday morning, and don't want to get too involved in certain jobs, but once again start nibbling away, start doing a job. It needs doing, it's all part of the process, it all comes to the finish. That's what I've got to keep telling myself, and that's why hopefully one or two of you will realise that, okay, I don't want to do that, because that's not the point is, like I've watched a few videos, I don't remember all your names, I know one or two are now posting videos, which is fantastic. I can't remember your name now, who does the stage series 1, who's just doing his gearbox. It's all bringing it to a close. You know, it's all that path that you walk down to finish the job. So it's a snail heater. Yes, I should be doing a little bit more welding or whatever, but at the end of the day, this is still part of the job. Needs doing, sorting. Sorry, I'm not lecturing. And one of the other jobs I've got to do is get the grinder out and the earmuffs and start taking this panel out as well, and trying to salvage the panel and this top piece. Even though it's got a bit of rot here, it's certainly better than what I've got, as we've said, and I've said many times, when your panel's like that, oops, there ain't a lot of hope for it, is there really? And as I say, it will replace some of this when I take this off, but it's all part of the process. It all comes to the end. I've got the four panels in to put in as well, so start nibbling away, get into the system, and there you go, bit of blood. Cheers. Test, let's see if we hold on to that. Oops, don't smash any fingers. Good enough for me. Right, this is one that was, I think it was off a 1973, same again, long wheelbase, which I did titivate about, but I've managed to get basically the 3 nuts and bolts in, etc. But as you can see, it spins. I have tested it on my battery and it works. I'm just going to retest it again now. But I didn't realise that, as you can see this fan here, I didn't realise there were different ones, but there is, because if I put it back, there's the old one, which the outer casing was scrap. There you go, different. The wires that come through the casing here, but they don't through this one. Now this is off the stage 1, 1981, so there's definitely a subtle difference. This does fit in the casing, and as far as I'm aware, it does turn. But as you can see, it's very tight to the, excuse me, it's difficult to flat hand, very tight to the outer casing here. Now, sorry about this, take that out. Now this one fits in here, okay, which was made for it, but you can see there is a gap around. It's still the same size fan, but this sits in here where that sits proud. Once again, I don't know if anybody has found any differences, but there you go. And then, as you say, the wire's coming through here, but as you say, coming through there. Well, there you go. This is a nut that crimps down and squeezes. I have no idea how or what that is held onto, whether there was something on there but it's rotted away. I have no idea. I don't think it's a push fit. There's no other means I can see here. I can't get an exploded diagram, not that I'm not bothered, but I shall put this onto one side and I shall use this for the time being. and then put it in the casing. There you go. So cheers. Anyway, just checking on most of the stages, just check. That seems okay. Right, next stitch. Thank you all. Right, this is stage 1. This is a part of a bulkhead which I've managed to pick up, and I've got to try and get this panel as much as I can, and this top section rail to around here to transfer to mine to make good. And it's a nightmare. I've scratched my head for quite a bit now trying to work out where to cut, where not to, I mean, I've got a bit of rot here. Once again, I can make that up. New steps got to come in and stuff, so it is a process. So I'm going to trim underneath here that I know that I don't want. I'm going to trim down this side, cut it open here and cut it across here, try and lose this, which will allow access to there. There's a weld at the top here where it must be hitting and round. Evidently this is supported here, which is what I'm after. I can't see how I can, apart from removing some of the outer here, but anyway, I'll bring it along as best I can. Cheers. Right, you have to take the tube out of there, and then you'll be able to check that. Oops, take that back. Oops. And this is the inner panel I'm after. There's the strengthening piece there. I don't know whether I can still use that or do anything because I've already made something, but hey ho, always willing to have a crack. So I've still got to do a bit of that. Still got to take some extra off here. I've got to work that back a little bit further, and we'll see how we go from there. Cheers. Well, after grinding away like a little trooper here. Oh, barefoot, look, sandals. That's for a very special, I was going to say lady, but you are, very special person. Up north. Cheers. Anyway, there you go. This is what I'm after, this section here. I've just got to grind this section off here, grind the little stub off here and here, and then it'll be cut up here somewhere across, and this is the piece I'm after. And then that piece, hopefully, excuse the, will transfix, transpose and break them into this section here, where I've got to take the screen out. I might get that out today, and then I've got to then take the reverse. I've got to take this section out here. So since I've done the other side there, I've got to do this side in here, and to just past the centre. But of course I've got to take the lower crash out, the instrument panel and everything else, and I'm reluctant to do that unless I've got everything ready to actually weld back in, sort, paint and put back, because I don't want to end up with all the instrumentation, wires, you name it, all flopping about for days and weeks on end. And I have going to the Leafers Friday, so Thursday we're packing up and sorting, so I ain't got a major time, but I will certainly be doing this, certainly be doing a bit more of this and taking the screen out. But that's what I'm trying to do, and then hopefully I might have to cut this back out. I might cut that back out again and transpose the other section in. So yeah, a bit of work, but look, as I say, at the end of the day, you do what you can, and if you find something you can do better, do it. Cheers.